Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for our live Q&A session of IdeaFunding. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes here as we're all hopping on. Oh!
Yay!
Yay! Hello!
Oh! We're live!
We are live!
Oh my gosh! You went for it! So I feel like some people are like, oh, let's just wait a minute.
Oh, no. Oh, no. People got things to do. Okay.
That's right.
Sophia,
early bird.
All right, we have some folks hopping on here. So just a little bit of how we're going to do this. I'm going to go through kind of just the overall, some general facts about IdeaFunding, and then please pop your questions into the chat box, and I'll make sure that we get those answered for you. Okay. Oh, hello, Heather. Hi. All right. So we are here to talk about the pitch competition at IdeaFunding. So IdeaFunding is Southern Arizona's largest entrepreneurial conference. It is typically part of 10 West Impact Festival, but we really wanted to, as Startup Tucson, really focus on entrepreneurs, small business, and creatives this year with the year that we've had. So we are really spotlighting IdeaFunding this year. It'll be on April 15th. It's a free conference. We have lots of different speakers, and one of the major things that we're going to be doing is the pitch competition. So let's talk about it. So what is a pitch competition? Basic level. So you get 5 minutes to talk about your business and your business plan. You'll have a panel of judges, and the winners will be selected from that. And there are a number of prizes, and it's pretty much that simple. And so I'm going to kind of walk through what that will look like, because IdeaFunding has been going for like 20 years, so people have done it different in different years. So I wanted to talk to you about what it's going to look like this year. So you're going to submit your application on February 22nd. You'll be participating in some of the pitch training and down rounds that go. We usually get about 100 applications. We whittle that down to the final day, which will be top 20 companies. And then we split all these different companies into industry verticals, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And you are going to have about 5 companies that you're competing with within your industry vertical. The winner will get $5,000, and they will go on to compete on the main stage for $10,000 cash, and then $10,000 value of business incubation from UACI. UACI is our partner on this event. They have been. Last year it went phenomenally, and they have participated by bringing a prize. It's amazing because you'll be able to work in their offices. You'll have access to their education and their mentors. Their facilities are phenomenal. Their team is amazing. So it's a really, really great value for the main stage pitch competition. In addition to these prizes, we also have bonus prizes. We have a social impact prize, and that's additional $5,000 for companies that are making a social impact. And that is provided by United Way. We also have a prize called Adelante Arizona that's supported by CIC, Community Investment Corporation. And that's a $5,000 prize for companies that have diverse founders. And you can apply for that, and you can also apply for the Young Entrepreneurs. This is a $5,000 prize from McGuire Center. If you're between the ages of 18 and 25, you are eligible for the Young Entrepreneurs Prize. And then something that's always really fun is we have a People's Choice Award. And so the audience will actually be able to tag in and select their favorite company, and that's an additional $1,000. So these are all the different prizes that you can participate in as part of the pitch competition. So it's a really great opportunity for you to get some additional funding to build business, build your idea, and really get some runway to start there. All right. So digging into a little bit, we talked about the industry verticals. So types of companies that are eligible, we have a really broad range of companies that can participate in this. Here's just some of the examples: advanced materials, manufacturing, aerospace and defense, biosciences, life sciences, clean tech, renewable energy, consumer products, food and agricultural, value-added products, hardware, software, professional services. Nonprofits are also eligible. And so these are really most companies just apply, and then we can kind of sort you into the industry verticals as you sort of progress through the process. So I wouldn't worry as much about this. There's an opportunity for you even on the application to put in other. That's totally fine. This is just a list of types of companies that have participated in the past, and then we try to group people so that you're competing with similar type companies, because that makes it a little easier for comparing apples to apples. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see all these comments. Hello, Frank. Hello, Kara. Kanisha, good to see you. Heather, again, very excited that you guys are here. I know I really, I'm like a mile a minute with information. I just am so excited about it that if you need me to slow down or you want me to say something again, please let me know. Pop those in there. Hi, Avery. Glad you're here. Because I know it's a lot of information. So, okay, I'm actually just gonna pause one more time. So any questions on kind of how that flow is working? Hi, Anna, so glad you're here. About the kind of the down rounds. If you've seen March Madness, you kind of get how it works. It's a bracket type of format. So hopefully that's super clear for folks. Eric, hey, what's up? I'm really glad you're here. So I paused for their questions on industry verticals. Again, don't be too stressed out about this. We will kind of sort you as we go through the process. So it's a little bit flexible. Thanks, Brad, for the encouragement. Okay, all right. So here's some of the details about the actual. Okay, Avery has a question on the prizes. Okay, so the 5,000. So once you're sorted into your industry category and your industry vertical, the prize for that is $5,000. The winners of each of those different categories, will have about 4 or 5, will go on to compete for the main stage prize, which is again the $10,000 cash plus a year of incubation at UACI, which is really going to be the most valuable part, honestly, even more than the cash. The prizes, anyone can apply for those and anyone can win that. Doesn't have to just be the main stage people, doesn't just have to be the industry vertical. So the bonus prizes, anyone's eligible to participate in those. So it's basically when you're filling out the application, it just says, I want to be considered for this prize, for this prize, for this prize. So those are available to all. Avery, I hope that answered your question. Okay. Applications are due February 22nd at 5 p.m. Arizona time. So that is just a little bit less than a week away. Okay, thanks. Good. I'm glad I got the answer for you, Avery. Okay, so make sure we have terms and conditions on the website. Make sure you read those really carefully. I'm going to go over them here, but just be really sure that you are in alignment with all the different terms and conditions. So the application process itself, we ask you some questions about your company just to get a sense of what category you're in, what stage you're in. All of this obviously is going to be non-sensitive information if that's something that you're concerned about. This is just general overall information about your business. Then we're going to ask you to include a 10-page maximum pitch deck. So I've had a number of questions about what is a pitch deck? Okay, so if you've taken Startup Tucson's fundamental courses, this is going to be super easy because we always finish up by creating a pitch deck together. But if you have not, Kanisha can also send you some links on this too if you need some examples. but it is just a basic overview of your company. What we like to do is we'll take the Lean Canvas business model and each page sort of separate out one so that you're covering who are your customers, what is the primary problem that you're solving, what is your go-to-market plan? And then you can actually look at what are the down select criteria. That's also posted on our website. Maybe Sophia, if you can drop that into the links there. You can look at that and just make sure that you're covering problem, customer, market, your startup costs, talking about what's your unique value proposition. So you can kind of use the down select criteria as a guide for what information you're going to want to include in your pitch deck. Don't sweat it. You will have an opportunity to change up this pitch deck. This is not the one that you are, married to. I'll kind of talk about the little schedule, but this is just going to give us an idea about your company, and you will have time to alter it, make any changes based on some of the learning that you're going to do through the pitch training process. So don't worry too much about it. And our team is here and available. If you have questions, we can help you walk through that pitch deck process as well. And we have some templates that we can send you. So that shouldn't be too stressful. There she goes. There's more information on the startup fundamentals as well, because we really do prepare you for this specifically. The final pitch is going to be 5 minutes. So this is a little longer than in years past if you've participated. We usually have done 3 minutes. With this new format, we have a little bit more time. And then you're going to have 3 minutes Q&A. So you're going to have a panel of judges that are going to be experts in that industry field, and they'll be able to ask questions and you will be able to answer. So it's 5 minutes and 3 minutes, which is a little new this year. So just be aware of that. Okay, so one of the requirements is that someone on your team is able to participate in the complete pitch process. This year, everything's going to be on Zoom, so that shouldn't be too bad. And you're going to have access to mentors and advisors and a bunch of peers as well. That, for a lot of people, is often kind of the best part of participating in IdeaFunding, is all the relationships that you build with other entrepreneurs and the mentors and advisors that are part of this. Eric and Anita, you can correct me, but I think we have like 30 or 40 mentors and advisors that are part of this, and judges. So it's a really, really great opportunity to plug in with the entrepreneurial community. Okay, so a little bit about the pitch process. So you're going to submit your application on the 22nd, and we'll let you know pretty quickly if you've been accepted for the first round. We will ask you to participate the pitch training and orientation from 3 to 5 on Zoom on February 25th. And so we're going to give you overview on expectations about pitching. We're going to give you tips. We're going to give you tricks. And that time you can actually start to make some of the changes to your pitch deck based on what you're going to be learning during that process. So there's no judging on that first day. It's really just about more training, more education, and really giving you access to the resources that you need to really succeed. Okay, the first down round is going to be March 4th. So you'll be split into groups. You're going to do your 5-minute pitch. You're going to be in front of a panel of judges. They're going to give you Q&A. And you're actually going to be able to get feedback from these down rounds. In the past, it's been challenging to get feedback, but we've come up with a system this year that you'll be actually able to access some of the judges' feedback from these. So that's an exciting new improvement this year. So we'll whittle that down again, like 100 companies. We'll whittle that down a little bit more. Might be 50, might be 40 companies. Then we do a second down round and down select there on March 11th. And again, 3 to 5, it's going to be on Zoom. It'll be really similar to the first process. You'll be told, you'll be given a link. You'll be able to go into the room, do your pitch. And then the final competition, so again, we'll inform you if you've made it to the next round. The final round will be on March 17th. So this year, this is obviously April 15th is IdeaFunding, so we're going to be pre-filming these ahead of time to really give ourselves the room to record them. So that will be the final pitch day. We're going to do for the final companies that will be really participating in it. We will probably have some dress rehearsals on the 14th, and then April 15th will be IdeaFunding. We're going to encourage you to be on there with all your supporters to be cheering you on, and that's when we'll actually announce the winners of each of the verticals, and then do the main stage live on that day. Okay. Okay, rules and regulations. Okay, so I'm going to pause there. If there's any more questions on that, throw them in there. I'll just pause, give you some chance to look at that process. Again, all of this is on our website, but just, okay, looks like we're good on questions. Okay, so rules and regulations. In years past, any Arizona-based company has been welcome to participate. This year, from a sponsor request, we're really focusing on Southern Arizona, so don't have to be in Tucson, but Maricopa does not qualify this year. We love our Phoenicians. Just this year, we're really focusing on Southern Arizona. And there's a lot of companies that are maybe, based elsewhere, but they spend a good amount of their time here, depending on where people are licensed or registered. Like, that's okay. The main focus is that at least 50% of your founding team is physically based in Tucson or Southern Arizona 50% of the time. That's kind of how we're defining it. If you have questions on that, feel free to reach out to us, and we will be happy to kind of walk through the many unique situations that there are out there. Okay, so this is really, we're focused on early stage companies. This is very unique. A lot of pitch competitions focus on companies that are a little bit earlier down the road. You can participate in this process if you just have an idea. You don't even have to have a company built yet. This is really idea funding. So an early stage company, for the purposes of this, we're defining that as any company that has raised less than $500,000 in funding, or has less than 15 full-time employees. So we're really trying to be targeted on companies that are in their earlier rounds. They haven't raised as much money at this point, and they're going to have smaller teams. Okay, another question we get a lot, do you have to have a business account? Do you have to be registered and licensed to participate? No. You can come up with the idea Sunday night and you can participate. Now, you will not have access to the funds. We cannot disperse the funds to a personal account. So if you are actually progressing throughout the process, we will hold your funds until you've had time to set up a business account and fully register your company. So, and that's happened in the past. We had a student group that pitched their idea, and then they graduated, and then we actually dispersed the funds a little bit later because they wanted to have time to set up their company fully, and that is totally fine. So the message being here, just submit your application. Don't worry about it on the front end, and then as you're progressing, then that's when you can start worrying about getting everything in order. Okay, you must participate in all the rounds of the competition. Oh, Heather has a question. Is this for nonprofit too? Yes, you can be a nonprofit organization. So someone from your founding team has to participate. So we have those number of down rounds. It can be a different person on your team if you have to tag in and out, just making sure that you have a representative for all aspects of the pitch competition. You must complete a growth tracker survey to participate in the down rounds. And this is good because then that also makes you an automatic member of Startup Tucson, which has a bunch of different benefits. And so we really use that to be able to track the growth of companies that participate this. And it's really important for us as a nonprofit to be able to talk about the stories of growth that we've seen in a de-identified way, of course. Okay, and this is really important. They've just made updates to the Securities Act of 1933, and they've talked specifically about kind of the gray area around pitch competition. So you just have to recognize that this does not constitute general advertising and general solicitation. There are often investors who are in the audience, but it is forbidden to offer selling company securities to investors. It's not an environment for that. So you can't have any mentions of, oh, we're trying to find funds, and this is, you really can't talk about investment funds or equity at any point during your pitch. As soon as it starts getting mentioned, you will be cut off. That is very not allowed. So, just so you're super clear on that. And then we really ask you to participate in promotion. We love to check back in with companies that have won in the past. Often people want to interview the companies, and that's actually a really great opportunity of this. If you're really trying to get your name out there as a company and really just elevate your visibility, this is a great opportunity to get a ton of earned media around your company and storytelling opportunities and interviews and articles. So we love to be able to tell your story and promote you as a company. Okay, let's look. It looks like we've had a couple questions come through. I think, Heather, I answered your question. Yes, nonprofit organizations are eligible. Can teams mention non-dilutive funds that they've received in the past? Yeah, that's totally fine. Just being sure that you are meeting that barrier of having raised less than $500,000. That's totally fine. Al, is there a question about startup costs? Is it okay to mention startup costs? Yes, that's actually something that we're kind of adding this year, is that we want to, the judges will be looking for startups that have thought through, here's what some of the costs are that we're gonna need, but again, walking that line of not soliciting it and not talking about other type of fundraising that you're doing, just mentioning, okay, we're gonna need a factory, we're gonna need trucks, we're gonna need staff, we're looking to build our team in this way. So you can talk about all the different things that are part of your plan to succeed and kind of your go-to-market plan, but not talking about, and I'm seeking investment for this, if that clarifies it for you, Al. Does that help? Okay, yes, definitely mention any SBIR funds that you have received. That is a really critical part of your startup story and would be really, really great to include. Al had another question about down selects. The down selects are about reviewing the pitches. Yes, down selects, you will be pitching, you'll be doing your 5-minute pitch, and that you will be judged on that pitch, and that's gonna really move you to the next level. Now, you can, in between down selects, change up your pitch. That's totally fine. In years past, you had to keep the same basic flow through the first part of the down select process, and we have changed that so that you are able to make any changes that you need to in between each of the down selects. All right, hope that answered your question, Al. Okay. Okay, so those were the main things that I was wanting to cover. So I'll just wait a little bit more if there's any more questions kind of popping through. Oh, hi, Sophia.
Hey, so I had some questions, maybe a little bit over a higher level. So why is now the perfect time, the perfect year to do idea funding?
Now is the perfect time, the perfect year to do idea funding. Well, this is a very unique opportunity that a lot of early stage startups never have, which is the opportunity to talk about your company in front of really qualified mentors and judges and peers, really get that visibility for your company. And these startup funds can be really, really essential for building your company. One example last year, Herman, he used his money to be able to pay for a certification that he needed for his business. And that was really like a big stepping stone for him. He won the Adelante Arizona prize. So there really can be used for any purpose. There's not a lot of things out there where you get sort of no strings attached type of funding that you can apply to marketing. You can apply to getting certifications. You can use this money for any purpose. There's no reporting process, that formalized reporting process, or or things like that. So this is a really unique opportunity to be able to get funds that you can apply to where you think is going to be most important for your company to grow. So that is a really great time. So in addition to the funds, as I mentioned before, really having access to the community, the entrepreneurs, the mentors, that is always something that people really value as part of this process. And then we've never had the free year of business incubation from UACI in any other year. That is a unique prize to this year and absolutely phenomenal. Eric or Anita, if you want to kind of put into the chat a link to what all that entails, because if people have not experienced or don't know exactly what that entails, that would be really great for you guys to look at, because that's gonna propel your business forward. Like I said, probably more than the $10,000.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then what's unique about the format for IdeaFunding this year?
We have great new prizes. So the Young Entrepreneur Prize, that's brand new, and then again, this additional prize of incubation is all new. Being able to do it from Zoom creates a little bit more access than in years past. You had to come in person. We're really looking at encouraging folks who are in more rural parts of Southern Arizona to please participate, and hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to really be part of the whole process here. Oh, thanks, Eric, for throwing in the link there. Solomon had a question about this grant funding. Where is it coming from? So Startup Tucson has worked with a number of partners to be able to fundraise all of this for you, partners that are really committed to seeing Tucson's and Southern Arizona's entrepreneurial ecosystem thrive. So our title sponsor of the whole event is the Arizona Commerce Authority. They have been an amazing partner for the last few years, and they're coming in again as a title sponsor. Pima Community College has always been super involved, and we're really excited. They're coming in as a co-presenting sponsor. The McGuire Center for Entrepreneurship at the University of Arizona is our other co-presenting sponsor. And then we have different sponsors for each of the prizes. So Optics Valley is really supporting the technology, and they're going to be able to tell you a little bit more about what Optics Valley is doing for our community here. So there's different prizes, again, United Way, the Social Impact, CIC, Adelante Arizona, and actually the People's Choice is supported by the people. So you can choose to purchase a ticket to IdeaFunding. It is free, but some people have chosen to purchase a ticket and they go to support the People's Choice Award. And again, that's something that people vote on that day. So that's always fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, we have another question here. I'll put it on the screen.
Oh, okay. If we have expenses at UACI, are we able to use the top prizes for those expenses if we win? Okay. Thanks, Solomon, for your little comment there. This would be something that would probably be more qualified for Eric to talk about. There will be unique situations. I know a lot of companies at UACI and tech parks are applying. And so this is something that we will connect with Eric and find out how exactly that will work in the unique situation that you are already receiving incubation from there.
Mm-hmm. So Dre, you've been dropping lots of hints at all of the intangibles that you can get. It's not just the prize money, it's not just prizes, but do you want to sum up what that looks like for all the intangibles that you're walking away with from IdeaFunding?
Yeah, so we really focus on the training and mentorship aspect of this. That's a big focus of IdeaFunding because we are working with early stage companies. So so that we will have the training that we do on the 25th is going to be really, really phenomenal. In years past, that's been super helpful for people refining their pitch. And this is something that you can take with you as you apply for other pitch competitions around the state and around the country. And it's also really, really helpful to refine how you talk about your company. Should you be seeking investment in future or even raising funds and family rounds? So really working on a clean pitch is essential to this, and we really provide a lot of support on that. In between each of the down rounds, you'll have access to 30 mentors that are just there to support you and help you continue to clarify and refine your messages. Again, the peer-to-peer network is always really appreciated. People that have participated in the past have grown really close with other folks in the process, and that's been really cool. Another fun thing is that each company will get a beautiful sizzle reel that compete on the main stage that they can use for their own marketing and advertising for their company. We always have Evan Gray Davis do that, and he does an amazing job of creating a really beautiful asset for your company. And then again, tons of marketing, media, promotion, press releases, interviews. It's really a great opportunity to get eyes on your company in the context of an emerging company that's really should be paid attention to in Southern Arizona. So that's really phenomenal. And then many of the participants and judges within the process are investors themselves. So even though this is not about investment, it is a really great opportunity to connect with folks who can support your business in the future.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. So even if you're not a professional public speaker, you're going to get training, and all of these awards and the online format makes it super worth it to push through, right? Yep.
And Eric has completely clarified, if you are already receiving incubation at UACI, your cost will go down to 0 for a year. So thanks for clarifying, Eric. And then Eric also says sure to contact him if you have specific questions about the incubator. Because that's a huge part of the prize this year. It's really, really exciting. We're so glad that they've been able to come in as a sponsor and a partner for that. And then we just always love, they are our primary partner for the pitch application process. So you'll be working with their team throughout the down rounds, getting communication from them. They do an amazing job, and we are super, super grateful to have them as part of this. Okay, yep, dropping the last questions here. One thing I'm thinking, maybe I can share my screen for a minute on how to actually access this on the website. I can do a little bit of a walkthrough just in case that's something that people would love some help with. So I will do that.
This is really so exciting. It's going to be such a full day. So many people pitching companies that we can all believe in, and companies with a lot of impact for Tucson.
Yes. Okay, so this is the website, startuptucson.com/IdeaFunding. And just a little bit of orientation here. In addition to the pitch competition, we're also giving away prizes to small businesses and creatives who have been especially resilient this year. So I'm just going to put that in there. This is not the only way to participate. If you're more of a brick and mortar Main Street business that's been around for a little while, maybe you're not a startup, but you're still interested, definitely check out our community awards and our creative battles. Those are other ways to engage. But we're talking pitch here, so you click on pitch. It again gives you the rules and regulations. It talks a little bit about it here, goes into detail about all the different prizes that you are eligible for, that you can apply for, and the rules and regulations. You just go apply now. Oh, I already completed it, so it won't work there. You should be able to save and come back to your application. If you're having any problems with your application, just let us know. It's on Qualtrics, and so we can help assist you with any questions that you have about that. And again, we'll just be a little bit about your business and overall descriptions about your company, and then you'll add your pitch deck to it. And then at that time, you'll say which of the additional bonus prizes you want to be eligible for. Adelante Arizona, Social Impact Prize, Young Entrepreneur Prize, and then the People's Choice. You're all eligible for that if you make it to the main stage.
I love it. Kenesha has dropped in an excellent CTA for us. Apply, 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 apply. Do it today.
There's really no reason not to just throw it in there. Just apply, because again, before you're even judged on your pitch deck, you will have an opportunity to get training on that. And just the training alone is going to be really beneficial for your company. And then you'll be able to refine that and then move forward. So there's just no reason not to. A lot of pitch competitions have an entrance fee. There is no fee for participating. This is open to everyone. Again, we have a lot more broader categories than some other pitch competitions. And so it's really open-ended, and it's a great opportunity if you're even thinking about a business idea to take that first step and really walk through and get some refining on your business plan right from the get-go. So
yep. Power of now. Apply right now.
Yes, please. It always gives me a heart attack because, we're not saying, we see applications kind of dripping in, and then the very last night we'll get all of the applications right on the deadline. Please save me from the heartburn that it gives me every year. Just do it early. You will be able to come back and change your pitch deck. And so just don't stress about it.
It's not going to be you. That's not going to be you. You are applying today.
Do you have pitch decks to model from the application? Yes, Brad. Brad, you probably already have a really good one from all the incubation you've already done. But just email Kenesha, and she will shoot you a sample one that we use at Startup Tucson as we go through startup fundamentals. Do folks have an opportunity to go to through a 101 before they apply? Yes, right? Yes. Sophia, will you tell them about
today? So today is February Startup Lab 101. You can jump in and get some elevator pitch practice. You can kind of remind and refresh yourself on the lean canvas, and those are just all of the business basics. So if you're ready to go, you can come and get some practice and then just refresh on how you want to present your business. So that is today. I will drop the link right now.
Great.
Yep.
And there, Brad.
If you wait till March, it's going to be too late. So right now.
Email. I'm sure she loves that. But yeah, we can send you a sample pitch deck. It just has to be less than 10 pages. And, again, another opportunity that you can use for that is to look at what the selection for the down round criteria is going to be, and you can kind of match some of what they're asking for in that and some of the questions that are presented in that, and you can use that to sort of guide your pitch deck development. And there's the link. All right. I think we did it.
You covered so many things. Apply. If you didn't hear it earlier, apply.
Yep. Okay. All right. And again, our team is here to help you. Really, this is a resource. This is not supposed to be scary. This is really just a really great opportunity for companies in Arizona, in Southern Arizona. So we are happy to answer any questions you have, walk you through your application process, whatever we need to do to get you so that you are feeling ready, because you really don't want to miss out on this. Okay, and another great opportunity, sign up for our newsletters. We're going to have drip, we have, updates that come through our newsletters. So if follow us on our social channels. That's another really good way to get updated information. I actually have a little teaser. There is actually a bonus prize that is in the works that I did not get to today. So just to let you know, you're gonna wanna jump onto those channels so that you can get all of the updated information. Okay, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. I'm so glad you joined us. There is the application. It's 5 p.m. on February 22nd, so you have by the end of the day on Monday, next Monday, to participate. Thank you so much, Mika, for joining us. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Brad. And everybody else who joined us today. We will be in touch. Take care, everybody.
Apply today.